This is less about Willie Green being fired and more about how Zion Williamson is a culture killer or organization killer.
We ain't have much culture before.
No, they had some culture. No.
No. When AD and Drew Holiday were there.
AD, Drew Holiday, and
good team.
Monty Williams.
Yes.
They had some culture there. Like, but Zion has completely fucked this organization since they drafted him.
How might feel
top to bottom. Like, no, real talk. Because you can't depend on them. You don't know what's going on. It's so many things you have to do. He had to clean up certain areas. And shout out to Bill Duffy, because Bill Duffy, he's taking over. He's trying to help Zion with a whole lot of things, hold him accountable.
Duffy's
one of the best to ever do it in the game. I love Bill Duffy.
I got a Bill Duffy story one day.
But think about it though, right? So now you're the Pelicans. Okay, the first thing that you need to ask yourself is,
what culture did New Orleans really have? Like, let's just be honest. I don't remember New Orleans having a culture, a real identity. They had their moments. Let's not get it twisted, but it was nothing of substantial time frame. Like, I think Kendrick Perkins is definitely on to something, but calling him a culture killer, I think it's the responsibility on both the organization and Zion in this unique situation. But we'll get into that in a second.
Is what are we going to do with him on this non-guarantee? Think about this. The most hyped athlete since LeBron James, and he is on a non-guarantee max contract. We have never heard of anything like that in life. A non-guaranteed max contract. Okay, so he's not available. What are you going to do with him? Like, they could waive him, they could trade him. What is his trade market? I think they should move on from Zion. Every year we get excited. Man, Zion, he's in shape. No, I'm just saying.
Oh, people.
He's in shape. He came into shape, training camp in shape. All of a sudden, he hurt his hamstring again. By the way, I don't think I've ever seen anybody in sports hurt their hamstring more than Zion Williamson. No.
Well, no, but okay. Really 4 years?
No,
but I'm not arguing.
Like I said, I think Kendrick Perkins is actually on to something, to be honest. My thing is, you can't call Zion a culture killer when New Orleans, just in my opinion, hasn't built no sustainable basketball identity since Chris Paul left. Like, what culture, what standard did New Orleans actually have? Even with the guys that Kendrick Perkins listed, you can't kill something that wasn't alive. I do agree with Perkins. At the end of the day, I think this relationship with Zion and New Orleans is really done. Zion absolutely fed into the circus. He came in expected, like Kendrick Perkins said, most hyped guy since LeBron James. And, you know, when you see him on the basketball court, he's box office. But the best ability to have in sports is availability. And Zion wants the superstar whistle, the superstar touches, the superstar protection, but he never gave the organization consistent superstar minutes, consistent superstar availability. But here's the truth that nobody, I believe, wants to say. The Pelicans let him do it. That's why I don't put so much blame on Zion, and I won't identify him as a culture killer. The Pelicans enabled this. They protected this. They sat back in silence while an entire locker room got hit pretty much, you know, from the inside out because of the front office leadership, lack of, and how they were scared to challenge this golden ticket. This was a two-way failure to me. Zion, in a sense, overvalued himself, and the Pelicans over-enabled it. You make your bid, and now simply you have to lay on it. And this is where Perk is missing the plot. Zion isn't a culture killer. He's a culture vacuum. I mean, the man is historic talent stuck in an environment that really never established any leverage, really never established any accountability. The Pelicans never had any real hierarchy. Everything always felt messy in New Orleans, you know, and that's why I believe Zion Williamson, as well as the team, they both need a reset. This shouldn't be a funeral. It should be more of a reset. So to say who's more at fault, Zion or the Pelicans front office, I mean, I'm gonna let y'all decide that who's more at fault. in this situation? Would y'all say Zion or would y'all say, the organization? But averaging 25 and for the career, I think Zion was averaging 25 points per game career on 59% efficiency. Pretty decent. Gives you about 7 boards, 4 assists overall in the career. He was already a 2-time All-Star. He had his first playoff run. He played 70 games for the first time. Even dropped multiple triple-doubles prior. If you watch Zion in an honest eye test, you can definitely see the talent. I'm not disputing the talent. You see the rim pressure. You see the gravity. I just think he needs a reset, yo. I think he needs a reestablished situation, and I think he needs an organization that actually know what culture is. Because New Orleans, to me, never was that. If Zion got traded tomorrow, what team do you think could actually save his career? Drop your answer in the comments. I'll catch you guys on the next video. 7 Mitchell, Lakers Land. I'm out. Peace.